Just received word that the Lakers are going to hire Luke Walton as their head coach. He will remain with the Golden State Warriors as long as they're in the playoffs. But Luke Walton, former Laker, two-time champion with the Lakers, Jarrett Jack, will be the Lakers head coach next season.
Wow, I think it's a great pickup for the Lakers. Him coming in and implementing that great offensive system that they probably have in Golden State with this young group that they have, and trying to get them back on track.
You know, I agree with Jared. I mean, you have a guy who obviously this past year, early on, stepping in, and that wasn't an easy situation. There was a lot of pressure, but to manage the ship and have that team thrive in Steve Kerr's absence, obviously putting himself out there as a candidate, and then to go back to L.A., a team where I love the fact that they have the consistency of someone who knows what Laker basketball is all about. In recent years, they've been a part of some great championship teams, different eras, or back with Shaq and Kobe, and then later on with Kobe and Gasol and Lamar Odom. So he understands what winning basketball is all about. In L.A. and has been a part of the Golden State Warriors and their success. So bringing him back into the fold, a young guy who can maybe relate and connect with some of the young talent there. It's not going to be a quick fix. You got to let these guys grow and develop. But Luke Walton can bring some of that Golden State style of basketball to a very young L.A. team.
Luke Walton was the interim head coach of the Warriors, but the first half of the season, as Steve Kerr was still recovering from the multiple back surgeries, Luke led the Warriors, with a lot of help from Kerr, to a 39-4 record. Kerr was 34-5 in those last games that he took over, the 39 games that he was the head coach, actually on the sidelines. Jarrett and Grant, does Luke Walton get the Laker job without going 39-4 earlier this year?
I'm not sure. But in those essences where he was able to show that maybe he was ready for a head coaching position, I think he proved everybody right in that regard. He's a guy with championship experience as a coach and as a player. So you have that respect factor on both sides of the court, and I think he's going to do a tremendous job down there in L.A.
Yeah, and I agree with Jared. I mean, ultimately, his whole path to becoming a coach was accelerated because of that experience. Look, if Steve Kerr doesn't get hurt or have the injury and some of the setbacks from that and doesn't miss the time, Luke Walton is still on the bench with Golden State. But he proved himself. He went out there and really just had the reins for that team and made a lot of great decisions. And I think had proven himself and became someone that was, a lot of people were looking at. And I know New York, possibly there was rumors about him in New York and reuniting with Phil Jackson. But it feels right. I mean, he is a Laker. He had his tremendous success as a Laker. Most of his career was in L.A., and it's a great opportunity for him. And, he has a chance to come in and implement a style of play, not just from Steve Kerr, but he's going to be able to take from Phil Jackson and all the influences that he's had being around some great winning environments and try to bring that in and bring that back to a Laker organization.